A field trip unlike any other. A field trip over 200 years in the making. A field trip challenging and unforgettable. Welcome to the amazing historic race.
Grandfather!
What are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be looking at this stuff.
I just wanted to know.
Well, you're in 7th grade now, so I guess it's time. Come with me. In 2008, on a day much like today, the 7th grade teachers set out to create a field trip that was unlike any other. We're now going to watch a video with clues and tips about the amazing historic race. If you watch the video, you'll be ready. Will you be ready? Welcome to the Pennsylvania State House, more commonly known as Independence Hall. It is without a doubt the birthplace of the United States. It's within these walls where the Declaration of Independence was signed and the U.S. Constitution was debated, drafted, and signed. And it could be a stop for you on the amazing historic race.
Welcome to the first United States Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court interprets the laws of the Constitution. How you interpret the clues will help you win the amazing historic race.
Welcome to the President's House, the first White House. This was the residency of George Washington and John Adams, while Philadelphia was the first capital of the United States. You might make a visit here on your travel through the amazing historic race.
One challenge you won't be seeing on the amazing historic race is which team can eat a soft pretzel the fastest. Personally, I love this challenge. But Mr. Gubanek, Mr. Short, Mr. Worrell, Mr. Seville, they think one of you is going to choke and have to go to the hospital during this challenge. But I want to take a moment to show you just how easy it would be, even though it won't be on the amazing historic race. Ready? Here I go.
This is a statue known as the Signer. The Signer represents George Clymer, one of only 5 people to sign the U.S. Constitution and the Declaration of Independence. This just may be a stop on the amazing historic race.
Welcome to Washington Square, one of 5 original parks laid out by William Penn in his vision of a green country town. We're standing here at Washington Square at the famous monument of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldiers, where men who fought for our freedom died and were buried under this ground right here. This too could be a stop on the amazing historic race.
This is the bathroom. George Washington didn't go here, but you can. Don't take too long. This is the amazing historic race.
This is City Tavern, the unofficial meeting place of many members of the First Continental Congress. This is a place where members like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams met to discuss ideas of the American Revolution. This could be a stop for you on the amazing historic race.
The Liberty Bell, one of the greatest symbols of freedom in our country. Liberty Bell hung in the State House during the time of the Revolutionary War, and it rung to summon people for important events and announcements. And it might summon you during the amazing historic race.
This is Alfred's Alley, the oldest continuously inhabited street in the United States, and you may be visiting it on the amazing historic race.
Welcome to Franklin Court, the original ghost structure of Benjamin Franklin's home in Philadelphia. You just might visit this location on the amazing historic race.
1792, the first U.S. Mint was built just 2 blocks from this current location. Meanwhile, the new Capitol was being built in Washington, D.C. It was widely expected that when Washington, D.C. was finished, the Mint would move there. However, ironically, when Washington was finished, the government did not have enough money to move the Mint, so it remained here in Philadelphia. You might just be stopping by here on the amazing historic race.
This hot dog's over 300 years old. Make sure you eat before you do the amazing historic race.
This is Citizens Bank Park. History was made here in 2008 when the Philadelphia Phillies beat the Tampa Bay Rays to become World Series champions. We won't be visiting it on the amazing historic race, but we will spend all afternoon there. This is good pretzel.
This is the site of MTV's Real World Philadelphia. This may be a spot on the amazing historic race.
Feel a little down, maybe behind in the race, maybe you just need a little pick-me-up. Come on down to Franklin Fountain and get some of the best ice cream sundaes this side of America. Delish.
This is the National Constitution Center, the first ever museum honoring the U.S. Constitution, and you may be visiting it on the amazing historic race.
Welcome to the Betsy Ross House. Betsy Ross is credited with making the first Stars and Stripes flag. She supports all the women who supported their families during the Revolution and early Republic. You may be here during the amazing race.
Here is the Independence Mall Visitor Center. It's not old and it's not historic, but if you're lost, you could always stop here on the amazing historic race.
Here you go.
Hands to us too, with the wave.
I'm gonna.
Here we are at Christ Church Burial Ground, final resting place of great American inventor Benjamin Franklin, and a few other signers of the Declaration of Independence. It's been known that many a tourist has thrown pennies here on these graves for good luck. You may be here on the amazing historic race.
Go for it, Blue.
Are you tired? Are your feet starting to hurt? If you like, you can rent a carriage from the Philadelphia Carriage Company.
You might get a great view of Philadelphia, but you won't win the amazing historic race. Welcome to Christ Church. This is the church where many of the founding fathers came to worship during revolutionary times. Right now I'm sitting in George Washington and John Adams' pew where they came to worship. Maybe you'll come and sit here in your journey through the amazing historic race.
This is the American Philosophical Society, where the great founding fathers came to think. If you're not thinking, you're not going to win the amazing historic race.
In 1774, the colonists felt threatened. Their grievances against Great Britain were continuously being ignored. Was it time for resistance, or was reconciliation still possible? The colonists met here at Carpenter's Hall to decide their fate. This location could decide your fate on the amazing historic race.
Here we stand at the first bank of the United States, whose creation was solely motivated by Secretary of the Treasury at the time, Alexander Hamilton. This bank was responsible for paying off the Revolutionary War debt and guiding the new United States through unstable financial times. You may visit here on the amazing historic race.
Hungry? You could probably stop to eat pizza, but you'd probably lose the amazing historic race.
Almost there.
Welcome to the Free Quaker Meeting House. The Free Quaker Meeting House was a split from the regular non-fighting Quakers. The Free Quakers took an active part in supporting the Revolutionary War. This could be your next stop on the amazing historic race.
Welcome to the Declaration House, otherwise known as the Grant House. This is where Thomas Jefferson stayed when he wrote the Declaration of Independence. Make sure you don't stay here too long on the amazing historic race.
Welcome to the Second National Bank. Although this was a bank in historic times, nowadays it is an art museum with works by Charles Peale. Many of the artwork in there is of historic revolutionary figures. Some awesome stuff. You may visit here, the amazing historic race.
That's delicious.